Hi everyone, it's Joy, and I am an independent demonstrator from Denver, Colorado here in the US. Welcome to our Woohoo Weekend, and I am going to be showing you a project from the Elegantly Said stamp set with the Elegant Tag Punch, which is part of the Simply Elegant suite, which if you have an annual catalog handy, it is on pages 68 and 69 of the new 2021 annual catalog. So let me show you the project that I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be making this card here using the Elegant Tag Punch, and I'm going to be using it 3 different times to show you a different configuration and then stacking them one on top of the other. I absolutely love this designer series paper. If you look in the catalog and page 69, you will see all the different gorgeous patterns that is part of this suite and this designer series paper. First off, I'm going to bring in an A2 card base, which is what we use here in the United States. It is half of an 8.5 by 11 sheet, so it is 8.5 inches by 5.5 inches. If you have an A4 card base in your country, you will be using that card base. So first off, I'm going to be using the thick Very Vanilla cardstock, which has a little more weight to it for a card base than the regular Very Vanilla, and a sheet of this designer series paper, which has been cut to 3 inches by 5.25 inches. I will be sharing the metric measurements in the description of this video. So that is the back side. That is very pretty as well. Use my Stampin' Seal to attach this to the front of our card, leaving a little bit of a border around. Then I am taking a strip of the Very Vanilla scalloped lace trim, and I am using glue dots to attach this. As you can see, I have cut my piece to fit this layer of designer series paper. This gold foil has been cut to fit our layer of designer series paper. I am using the Tombow multi-liquid glue for this piece, just a thin bead. Next, I am using this lacy trim piece from our Elegantly Said stamp set and Smoky Slate ink. I'm going to take off where I've got a little extra ink where I don't want it, and then stamping it at the bottom centered of the inside of my card. I have done a second strip 1/4 inch by 5.25 inches, and I'm going to attach that to the inside as well. This gold strip gets placed above the stamped image and centered. So that makes a pretty inside of our card. Now I have brought in my elegant tag punch, turning it upside down and turning it around so that I have my rounded edge and a strip of the Very Vanilla cardstock. I'm going to place that in between the two plates in the inside, turning that around, and I have cut my piece a little extra long so that I can push it all the way back to the back of my punch, and it leaves about a 3/8 inch extra piece. I want this to be rounded on both sides, so I'm sticking that into those two plates again. And it's a little narrower than my punch, so that's 1 3/8 inches wide. So when I measured my piece, I made sure that it was long enough to accommodate punching off those two end pieces. Now I will be stamping the For You sentiment from this set and the Memento Tuxedo Black ink to stamp this sentiment on this piece, going towards the right side and centered in between the top and the bottom. To tie my bow for my sample, I need about an 1/8 inch piece of the Simply Elegant trim in the gold. It comes in gold and silver. And I'm going to tie that around my piece. I think I will fasten it with a glue dot on the back first. And then tie that in a knot. And slip a short 2-inch piece of the fine art ribbon, which has a gold threads running through it, on top of this, and tie this piece around my fine art ribbon. I'm going to knot it twice. And then give it a little trim. So there is the start of my focal piece. Next, I'm bringing in another strip of the Very Vanilla, which is 1 3/4 inches wide by 4 3/8 inches long. Again, I will post these measurements in the description after this video is done. Slipping it again in between those two metal plates in the inside. And now I need a strip of basic black, which is also 1 3/4 inches wide, but this piece is 5.5 inches long. And this goes up through the top, basically in between the slit, and goes up through the top, pulling it through like this and lining it up to where the top of my card goes right at the edge of this punch, right along flush. And you can see it leaves that much, which you could use as trim on another card. That would be very pretty. Pulling this again all the way through this punch and lining it up flush against the top of the punch. So now we have this piece, and this piece that we will be attaching together. Using dimensionals for this top sentiment. So I used the same punch, cut 3 different pieces of paper with that punch, and then layered them, stacking them one on top of each other for a nice look. And more dimensionals. So now I'm ready to finish this card. So there you go. 2 very beautiful cards made with the Simply Elegant suite. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Please give me some comments at the on this post, and we will talk to you next time. Bye.